Welcome to Global Watch. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon for more breaking updates. Last Tuesday, Louisville, Kentucky, became the center of a global tragedy as the world's eyes turned to this vibrant city in the wake of an unimaginable disaster. What began as an ordinary evening quickly spiraled into chaos, forever altering the lives of countless people both near and far. In a matter of seconds, a UPS cargo plane crashed just after takeoff, erupting into a massive fireball that lit up the night sky. The scene was one of devastation and confusion, igniting a firestorm of questions about aviation safety and the risks faced by those who keep our global supply chains moving. The aircraft involved, a McDonnell Douglas MD-11F, has long been a backbone of UPS's fleet, trusted to deliver goods across continents. But on this night, it fell from the sky in a catastrophic engine separation and in-flight fire, sending shockwaves through the aviation industry and raising urgent concerns about the safety of aging cargo planes. This wasn't just a local disaster, it was a wake-up call for the entire world. The crash exposed vulnerabilities in the systems we rely on for global commerce, highlighting how interconnected our lives have become and how a single event can ripple across continents, affecting businesses, families, and communities everywhere. In the aftermath, the crash has forced regulators and airlines to confront urgent questions about the safety of hundreds of similar aircraft still in operation. Press conferences were held, and teams of experts began urgent inspections, determined to prevent another tragedy. Behind every package delivered is a network of skilled professionals, pilots, mechanics, ground crews, now thrust into the spotlight by this tragedy. Their dedication and expertise are the backbone of the industry, and their safety is now a matter of global concern. As investigators from the NTSB and other agencies painstakingly piece together the final moments of UPS Flight 6895, the world waits anxiously for answers. The findings could reshape aviation safety standards and influence how cargo operations are managed for years to come. For the families of those lost, closure is essential. For the industry, change is inevitable. The pain of loss is matched only by the determination to ensure that such a tragedy is never repeated. Today, Louisville stands as a symbol of resilience and unity, with its community demanding truth, accountability, and a renewed commitment to safety, so that the lessons learned from this disaster will protect future generations and ensure such heartbreak never happens again. To grasp the impact of the crash, you need to understand UPS Worldport, Louisville's 5 million square foot logistics hub, the nerve center of global commerce. Every night, millions of packages flow through this facility, connecting over 220 countries and territories. The MD-11F, the aircraft involved in the crash, is a workhorse for long-haul routes, vital to the world's supply chain. Its sudden grounding has disrupted operations, revealing just how dependent we are on these machines. The crash struck at the very core of global logistics, triggering regulatory scrutiny and logistical chaos. The investigation isn't just about one plane, it's about protecting the integrity of a system that keeps the world moving. Worldport, once a symbol of efficiency, now faces the challenge of recovery and renewed vigilance. On November 4th, UPS Flight 6895 took off into the night, bound for Honolulu, carrying a load of cargo and the hopes of a successful journey, with Captain Richard Wartenberg and his experienced crew at the controls, ensuring everything was in order for the long flight ahead. Moments after takeoff, disaster struck. A deafening bang echoed through the night sky. The left engine separated violently, and flames erupted from the wing, illuminating the darkness with a fiery glow. The crew fought desperately to regain control, their training and experience put to the ultimate test in those critical moments, but the aircraft, trailing fire, lost altitude rapidly over Louisville's neighborhoods, creating a terrifying spectacle for those on the ground. The MD-11F crashed into Grade Lane, destroying businesses and sending shockwaves through the community, both literally and figuratively. Survivors like Mary Ballinger narrowly escaped as fire consumed their vehicles, their lives forever changed by the harrowing experience. Witnesses described the scene as the gates of hell, a nightmarish vision of fire and destruction. First responders faced a landscape of devastation, battling intense fires and searching for survivors amid the wreckage, their bravery shining through the chaos. They worked tirelessly, combing through the debris, hoping to find anyone who might still be alive. The scale of destruction was overwhelming, a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the power of such catastrophic events. This marked the start of a long recovery for Louisville, as the community came together to rebuild and support one another. The tragedy's impact was immediate and deeply personal for all involved, leaving emotional scars that would take time to heal. The city's resilience would soon be tested as the investigation began, seeking answers and closure for a community in mourning. 14 lives were lost in the crash, 3 dedicated crew members who had devoted their careers to safely connecting people and places, and 11 innocent people on the ground whose ordinary day was suddenly and tragically interrupted. Each victim had a unique story, a family, and dreams for the future. Their absence is felt deeply by loved ones, friends, and neighbors who now gather to remember and honor them. Captain Wartenberg, First Officer Truitt, and Relief Officer Diamond were more than pilots. They were mentors, friends, and leaders who inspired those around them with their dedication and kindness. Within the UPS community, their loss is felt like the loss of family. Colleagues remember their laughter, their professionalism, and the way they brought people together. On the ground, families like that of Louise Fadon, who was a beloved father and grandfather, and his granddaughter Kimberly Asa, a bright and joyful child, were shattered in an instant, their futures forever altered. The loss of John Spray, a cherished neighbor and friend, and so many others has left a deep scar on Louisville, a city now united in grief and remembrance. In the aftermath, the community has rallied together, opening resource centers to provide comfort, counseling, and practical support for those affected. Fundraisers and donation drives have been launched, with neighbors and strangers alike, contributing to help grieving families rebuild their lives. Memorials of flowers, candles, and heartfelt notes now line the crash site, each tribute a symbol of love, sorrow, and solidarity. These stories remind us that behind every headline are real people, parents, children, friends, whose lives were forever changed in a single moment. The pain of their loss is immeasurable, echoing through families and the wider community. Louisville mourns not just for the dead, but for the futures stolen, the milestones never reached, and the memories that will never be made. The empty spaces left behind are a stark reminder of lives interrupted and the innocence lost. As the city gathers to heal, we remember the families forever changed, and we honor the memory of those who are gone, but never forgotten. The aviation industry responded swiftly. UPS and FedEx grounded their MD-11 fleets within days, prioritizing safety over profit. The FAA followed with an emergency directive, grounding all MD-11s for urgent inspections of engine mounts and related systems. This move paralyzed a significant portion of global cargo capacity, highlighting the interconnectedness of modern logistics. Both carriers scrambled to reroute shipments and minimize disruption, but the impact was felt worldwide. The grounding gave investigators time to examine the wreckage and compare findings across fleets. Intensive inspections are now underway, searching for signs of stress or defects that could prevent another tragedy. The world waits for answers that will determine the MD-11's future in the skies. The NTSB's GO team arrived in Louisville within hours, launching a meticulous investigation into the crash. At the crash site, investigators mapped debris and recovered the black boxes, now under analysis in Washington, D.C. The flight data and cockpit voice recorders will reveal the plane's final moments and the crew's desperate efforts. Maintenance records show the MD-11 had undergone major work just 2 months prior, raising questions about possible errors or oversights. Forensic analysis of the separated engine and mounting bolts is underway, searching for evidence of fatigue or failure. Every clue is critical in reconstructing the sequence of events. The investigation will be long, but its findings will shape future safety protocols. The goal, to ensure this tragedy is never repeated. The crash's aftermath rippled far beyond the wreckage, triggering environmental, economic, and psychological crises. Thousands of gallons of jet fuel contaminated local waterways, prompting a massive cleanup effort overseen by state officials. The environmental toll will take years to repair, a stark reminder of aviation's hidden risks. The grounding of the MD-11 fleet disrupted global supply chains, causing delays and higher costs for industries worldwide. Louisville's sense of security was shattered, but the community responded with resilience and compassion. Resource centers and fundraisers have become lifelines for those affected. The city's unity in the face of adversity is a testament to its strength. The long-term impact will be felt for years, but Louisville's spirit endures. The Louisville crash has put the aging MD-11 under intense scrutiny, raising urgent questions about aircraft safety and maintenance. Experts are investigating possible causes: pylon failure, fuse pin malfunction, uncontained engine failure, or maintenance error. The incident has reignited debate about safety culture in cargo aviation versus passenger airlines. Major carriers like UPS and FedEx have robust safety systems, but the demands of cargo operations may require even stricter oversight. The investigation's findings could lead to costly modifications or accelerated retirement of the MD-11 fleet. Every tragedy in aviation leads to new safety advances. This one will be no different. The lessons learned here will shape the future of air travel. In the wake of tragedy, Louisville's resilience shines through. Vigils, memorials, and acts of kindness unite the city. The community's response is a powerful stand against despair, proving that even in darkness, hope endures. The NTSB's investigation aims not to assign blame, but to drive real improvements in aviation safety. The memory of the 14 lost must inspire a renewed commitment to excellence in every aspect of flight. For all of us, this is a moment to reflect on the hidden networks that power our world, and the human cost when they fail. The courage of first responders and survivors deserves to be remembered. As Louisville begins to heal, public awareness and support remain vital. By honoring the victims, we help ensure their legacy is one of lasting change and community strength.